Only one cop faced any legal consequences after the killing of Breonna Taylor during an early morning no-knock raid. And unfortunately, now we know that he's been cleared of all charges. That happened earlier today. A Kentucky jury was cleared or has cleared a former police officer who fired shots during the 2020 raid that ended in Breonna Taylor's death. The jury on Thursday found Brett Hankison not guilty of 3 counts of wanton endangerment for firing shots that ripped into a neighboring apartment. For those of you who might have forgotten what he did, he wasn't even like in the apartment as he was firing his weapon. He was in the parking lot, just indiscriminately firing away, putting people's safety at risk, okay? So a couple and a small child lived in that neighboring apartment and were present at the time of the shooting. Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, was startled by the cops and he fired 1 shot because this is a no-knock raid in the middle of the night. He had no idea what was going on and he thought that someone was trying to enter, like a home invasion. So he fired 1 shot and that's what led to the officers firing, in this case with Hankison doing so indiscriminately from the parking lot. Now, prosecutors called 26 witnesses and they argued that Hankison shot blindly into a window from outside the apartment in a direction perpendicular to where the shot originated. The gunfire went through Taylor's apartment and endangered a man, a pregnant woman, and her 5-year-old son who lived next door, prosecutors said. 1 or 2 more inches and I would have been shot, testified the neighbor, Cody Etherton. So the jury has cleared him of all charges though. Apparently just firing in an incredibly belligerent and irresponsible way is totally fine. Hankison himself testified during the trial that he saw a muzzle flash from Taylor's darkened hallway after police burst through the door and thought officers were under heavy fire. So he quickly wheeled around the corner and sprayed 10 bullets, hoping to end the threat. But as prosecutors noted, the shell casings were all in the parking lot.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, the guy's totally unhinged. You could hit your fellow cops. You're firing wildly, and he almost hit a baby in another apartment. But I think it's part of police culture. Hey, there's a slight threat to your safety. And in this case, the threat, by the way, was real. They had gone into the wrong apartment. They got a legal gun owner who fired because he thought it was robbers, right? Somebody coming to assault them. Yes, there was gunfire, but firing indiscriminately isn't going to help anyone. And where does the police culture come from where they go, just do it, who cares, right? Well, it comes from things like this. The jury let him off. Oh, wow, I mean, he was trying to do the right thing, so he almost killed a baby, so what? Not so what, that's negligent. That's, I mean, at a bare minimum, that's deeply, deeply negligent.
Right.
So he got acquitted and that's that, but I don't agree. And so, guys, I always put myself in each person's position, right? You could do that too. Let's say this, Edwin's in trouble, he's our stage manager, he's in this room. And I think somebody's firing at him from over there. Would I fire knowing that Bart is in that line of fire? Bart's our audio guy. Well, of course not, I might hit Bart. That's insane, right? And if I did, that's negligent at a minimum. But if it's a cop, they're like, yeah, who cares? It's so frustrating.
He was scared, he was scared and he was worried. So
well, you're a cop, your job's to not be scared.
So, I want to be clear that he was let go from the police department, so he's no longer a cop, so at least we have that. But again, this goes along with the problematic culture that we've been talking about when it comes to local policing. The reason why they just willy-nilly open fire like this is because they know that there are no consequences. And people get hurt, innocent people die as a result of that culture.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.